I mean, no one said anything in my chat in a while, so none of my viewers are around. Alright, cool. Everything up and running. It's funny, songs that continually give me problems on YouTube, sometimes on Twitch, but it confused me at first, but makes sense now, was Death Clock. And I was like, what? Death Clock? That's bullshit. And I was like, oh, wait. Adult Swim, HBO, Time Warner. Yeah. Viacom. Yeah, there. Even more so. Right. Now, back to this mission that I got robbed on. Fell somewhere. Not even who I was playing, but whatever.
Are you ready for a new operation?
Sure. My tower's cleared out.
Do you require support?
No point now. Let's go.
But murder's required, so he can do. Oh, hi, Minnie. Come here, puppy. Oh.
Mini smelly as always.
Yeah, she got a bath like a week or so ago. But her breath is bad right now just because she got her nightly mini dose of cat food. So the cat got fed and she gets the scraps of the can. Actually, I remembered. Who was it? It was this guy. Yeah.
Hello there. Have you got an hour to set the world right?
Always.
was supposed to be here that day. Thank you, dodgy Buckfield. We'd be lying here dead with the rest of them otherwise.
There's so much security patrol broke an abandoned building. Doesn't seem right.
Just what I was thinking. What am I looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
Really? I've got to redo all of this? God, I was getting a glitchy bug. Like an Alt F4. Apparently I need to, this is one of those quit to main menu kind of games. Where's that goddamn key?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Something's completely mangled it. Christ. What's it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
Last one. Alright. Fun little detail I've noticed with this game, if you don't have a gun out, a lot of enemies don't escalate to shooting immediately.
Like, hey guy, what do you think you're doing here?
I decided like a while ago I'll just play this guy like straight hitman. Like, nope, there are no witnesses.
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from D36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Grand.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload?
What, think we'd go back to you?
Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? Wait, is in Clan Kelly? You're telling me those gangster folks had something to do with all of this?
Oh, I've seen this on the murder shows. It's like a handoff. Kenny's are just a supplier.
So, who was it they were meeting? It didn't seem close. Maybe 0 Day?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, can you work out who was running that spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
The police were watching. The plot thickens.
Interesting.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
We don't have some kind of quantum tunneling device in a shed somewhere, do we?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Grand.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 Day.
There, hurry. Got all the delivery.
So you were hired to supply all the targets?
Shut it, we're all on need to know.
Fuck me. So 0 Day was using a bunch of groups to pull off the bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the Spider-Bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spider-Bot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police were onto the real bombers, but they kept their mouths shut for some reason. Doesn't add up. We don't have all the facts yet.
The only way...
Christ. Albion's taking this place over like a fucking parasite.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Didn't think I could feel bad for the English police. Fucking hell.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the spider bot will be further in.
Bagley, is this our spider bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you ID the last user?
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
I'm on it.
That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spybot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now.
Bullshit.
I think you just need to jump higher.
But you look at all this junk. You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening. through this last bent part.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
Except for the part where I hang out a little longer. There are things to do.
Don't see it coming.
Send me some extra bodies.
Thank God. Check it elsewhere.
There we go. I think you just made a new friend. If Albion wanted to lock them up, they must be dangerous. And dangerous we can use.
Yes.
The Spiderbot fragment you found had a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
Secret location. None of this makes sense. We better go check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates. You're up. What should we do today?
Bagley. How can I get in?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the spider bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness and the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Ah, it's cold and it stinks. Only good thing to do here is take a piss.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
I think we found a super secret police hideout.
Well, if Albion was stopping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
What kind of work was this police doing that led to the town bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
Good Pepe Silva board.
And all these letters.
Who knows?
All this mail. All this mail.
Tarkov, I have a terrible time. Every time I shoot Tarkov, it's a great time. I blame you, Matt.
Oh yeah, no, I take the blame.
See? You see, Kevin? It's that easy.
Well, I mean, I do the same thing, like, you know, in a Magic match where it wasn't my fault as well. I'd placate him.
I try to be as realistic as possible on that.
Oh, man. I guess at this point, it's just like, why play it in person? Just do it online because COVID, right?
Arenas is okay.
Arenas?
Is the online part.
Yeah, I know. My buddy says that, like, champion decks are way fucking cooler.
Video log.
Like, his
Clan
opinion.
Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal.
He's like plays
I don't
Champion
have all
League,
the details,
but yeah, I agree. It is very opinion.
The European Processing Center is the Albion
Everything
area.
they show.
Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever.
What about Trumpers? Are they into what they want to be into?
I suppose so.
Yeah, technically, yes.
So Clan Kelly gets
So then they're fine.
immigrants.
Well,
I'm just saying, there's hobbies for everyone and everyone for a certain hobby out there.
I can dig.
It all comes back to the boss lady herself.
Some people have sucking dick as a hobby, FYI.
She wriggled off.
I'd
That's
say
not
that's no.
Your mom joke reading right there.
No. Also, correction. No one has that as a hobby. It is a job or a passion.
Well, this will be my last entry.
I think that's very binary. It's got to be one or the other.
Whoa, bro. That's not very PC of you.
I'm quoting Matt, or making an observation of Matt's comment.
Sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombing.
So it's win-lose?
Bad enough, but working with Clan Kelly is super villain territory.
Or is it win-win?
It seems
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like a hobby
Other
is
than
not
the
the
leads
proper
back to them.
term to
Clan
put to
Kelly
that.
and Albion included.
It's someone's hobby. It's got to be someone's hobby.
Bro, yeah, somebody literally is like, I just want to suck dick because it's awesome and I don't want anything from it other than I like doing it. Somebody out there, actually I've met people like that. So yes, there's people out there like
There's
that.
people. There are people.
Like that's their way of also resolving problems really easily is they're like, well, I'm just going to suck someone's dick and my problem's gone.
Unfortunate truths of the world.
Well, I feel like that's covered under like work.
Yes, metaphorically, but in some cases, yes, literally. I can think of my last job as an example. Wah, wah.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue.
Like literally, Zed and myself have been like, no, dude, this
may still be alive, but missing
is clearly.
inside the EPC.
Angel
She's sucking
not
the
London's
boss.
born, but I won't hold that.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, Maybe the only
There's
reason we
no
escaped
like
here
other
was that
logical explanation or patsy to that. Is that.
Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
And in those situations, you have literally nothing to offer as a straight white male.
This is kind of personal.
Nothing.
Finding his trail might just shed some light.
Special just
on the
being
Albion.
yourself.
Shut up, Mr. Rogers. Go fuck yourself. I suppose the next thing you're gonna say is I deserve everything that I think about, right? Because I'm special.
That's DJ.
What?
Well,
Like
the good news is in the
self-obsessed,
camp.
like
No one's taking
world
deportees from the
revolves
UK.
around your mind.
The
Sort
bad
of
news
thinking
is probably
doesn't
in
line up
limbo
with
at
Mr.
the
Rogers.
EPC.
Yeah, it does. He told everybody that they deserve everything that they ever wanted. That is a quote from him.
I mean, he was also a minister, which I don't agree with. But
He was also a fucking sniper in Vietnam.
Yes.
Then we could pit Albion
I had confirmed
against
kills.
Albion.
no one.
I heard a rumor that he had tattoo sleeves, and that's the reason he always wore like sleeves. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Apparently, his mom knit every single cardigan that he wore on the show.
That's beyond adorable.
It's,
Like beyond adorable.
this is what the Smithsonian is a piece of American history.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers is how you make millennials
Oh,
cry.
but she passed before that even happened, and she had no idea. You know what I mean?
Man, he was on TV from like the 1950s.
I know, man. I watched Mr. Rogers when I was a kid.
Everyone watched Mr. Rogers.
The flute remix? You know the flute remix, right? It's not a meme, it's a video.
I get it.
Have you seen it?
I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation.
The BBC recut Mr. Rogers with like a sick beat, and like as a tribute to him after he passed.
Let's find our
It was
contact.
really dope.
Albion is not
Yeah,
above
no,
poetry
I'm a
names
Mr.
until
Rogers
they
fan.
find out he's with DedSec.
Hold on. Let me
Where's
look
the
it up.
button?
Garden of Your
Where's the
Mind.
button?
Mr. Rogers remix. Here it is. Sorry, PBS made it. I was on BBC. I'm drunk, but I am going to post it in the Mannies and Trainings where everybody can view. There you go. What? The video's not available? Get the. Get. Let me fix this.
Well, 5 viewers like you.
Let me fix this.
Oh my god!
There. That one should work. I want to watch it again because it's so dope.
The link in the thumbnail. Why is this PBS ad so loud?
Nothing official, okay?
I clicked on the link and it did a PBS ad. It's like twice as loud as everything else.
What the fuck? It went straight to the video for me.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
Oh, the shot of him in the fucking bucket lift with the dude that's made for one bucket and it's super gay and it's awesome. He's like hugging him practically to hold on. Great.
He wrote every single song and sang every single song in the series.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Like, the dude literally was a patriot and then like raised us as children. Like, the man is beyond a fucking wizard. He's like arch wizard at this point. And the cut they made in this song and the slide whistle is just like beyond dope. Still didn't get to work?
No, I played.
Okay.
I just played Net before because I haven't updated Adblock in a while.
Fair. That's important, actually.
I like browse on this computer.
Really?
I'm on my racing rig.
Oh, you're that serious. I get it.
Set the computer.
Dude, I don't blame you, because honestly, like, I do everything on this computer, and it's been installed for over a year and a half now, and I'm seeing, like, sub-windows pop up both behind the overlay that's going on, like, randomly when I'm doing shit. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then my machine's like, like, I hear the fan spin up, and I'm like, oh, it's a minor. Shit. And it happens like when I'm playing game 2, it'll just glitch out and like stall suddenly. So you wise, sir. You wise.
It's a dedicated purpose system.
Are you like hella competitive in it?
What is this shit?
This place is worse than a prison
I
camp. Every day
somewhat.
I see people come through here.
I don't want to imply that I'm good.
Yeah, I'd say you have a dedication.
Is it the Cars Project, whatever games, or?
I do
iRacing.
iRacing.
This is nightmare
You do
place.
what?
The government is okay with
iRacing.
the immigrants
I don't know what that
treated
is.
like this.
Oh, that's the big boy
Someone could go
racing
missing here
simulator.
and no one would notice
it?
in a million years.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing.
Does do it.
Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up.
Like monthly subscription to keep the riffraff away and stuff, super simmy, all kinds of, you know, pretty detailed thing. A bunch of the F1 guys play it.
From what I can tell, it's the most accurate sim from race car drivers who drive real world cars and then hop into it. They say it's the closest.
And you have a whole wheel setup, I take it, and pedals and everything.
Yep.
Does it have a gearbox that you shift, or is it just up down slapper?
The paddle shifter.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what Ferraris have now anyway, so it's legit either way.
Yeah, yeah. Most cars that I'm racing already are the Steptronic system.
Yep.
But also, I don't really want to spend another couple $100 for a shifter.
I mean, to be honest, a gearbox, like if I'm the type of guy that grew up in real life racing like 80s, 90s, and early 2000 cars and amateur style, and like, so I prefer a gearbox and clutch because I can pull some crazy shit. If the problem is when you're in a sim, you can't feel the engine respond to you the way the car does, you know, the way it lurches a certain way, which is like really important.
They overemphasize the tire squeal in iRacing, so you have a little bit of an idea of what the rear end is doing on that end. Pretty much all the visual and then force feedback wheel.
Yeah, I mean, I started racing front wheel, and then eventually I went to all-wheel drive, because all-wheel drive is superior.
Easy to catch understeer. Yeah.
What's up? You're breaking up.
You're to catch understeer.
Yes and no.
It's hard to fight. It's easier to catch.
It is, but if in certain vehicles, if you do like a cross strut and underbar with certain, like, depending on the vehicle, you stiffen either the front or the back, and you can compensate it pretty easily. Be it an STI or like my car in real life, like I had an STI before and I was able to compensate it, which was known for massive understeer in an 04 STI. I have a 335 right now, and an 11 335 XI, and that thing actually is not prone to understeer. It's really weird. It's not prone to oversteer either. It's like they figured it out with BMW, and
the trick differential.
Yeah.
Yeah. With new front wheel drive cars, they trick you into thinking they're all wheel drive. It's great.
It's not front wheel. It's XI is all wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. No, it's a very, and it's turbo. It's twin turbo, and the thing fucking it roosts. And I've taken up in the mountains, and it's an automatic, but I switch it into the manual, like just to kind of like fuck around because I grew up racing manual. I know what it's like. I don't like it at all, and if I were to like have all the money in the world, I would switch my shit out to a shifter, because there's nothing like having a manual gearbox when you're racing.
Agreed.
Bullshit that American Standard has phased it out of almost all sports cars. In fact, the crazy part about that, though, that I'll say, is that BMW M Series is one of the only M Series that you can buy that's gearbox is in America. Like M3, M4, M5, M6, right? The only ones they release are in America. So
who buys M5s?
All I'm saying is that if you have the money and bankroll to buy these things, you buy them up and you export them out to Germany and shit, and you make fucking bank. They'll pay an arm and a leg for that shit out there.
Interesting thought.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
I mean, I guess, yeah, totally. Didn't think about it being like a commodity somewhere else where you're like, no, I just want to be lazy, but drive my BMW.
So the other part about BMW that, like, I used to be a Honda driver, and then I was a Subaru driver, and now I'm a BMW driver, and I'm like, for the first time ever, and I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, there's something different here. Like, not only is this vehicle more solid and planned, like my STI was planted as fuck, and it could actually pull tighter turns, but overall my BMW is more comfortable, and then on top of that, the horsepower rating is actually underrated. The reason why is that insurance in Germany is based on the amount of horsepower your vehicle has. So BMW lies and underrates all of their vehicles on paper.
And Porsche does that too.
Yep. So everybody that's a Honda driver is like, whatever, my car is just as good as this one. It's twice as cheap. And it's like, actually, no, it's not, and that car will smoke you. I had like I had a G38. I had a G38. I forget the series, the sports series of the G38. What's it called? You know, Infinity.
35?
No, not the G35. The series after that.
Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
Because I smoke G35s on the regular. That's fucking no joke. There's like the new Infinity G series. I thought it was a G38. I might be wrong.
First, they'll pedal you.
Whatever it was, it tried to get wily with me on the freeway, and we were already going 60. I pulled on it. I've had M2s try and fuck with me, and we stuck neck and neck. I smoked a Porsche 911 pretty easily.
What color were the brake discs?
I don't remember, actually.
Was you what type of Porsche did it?
It was a 911 Carrera.
Was it a turbo or a GTF?
It looked, I think it was a twin turbo, but I'm not sure.
I have reconstructed
the brake calipers were
examination. You can view
yes,
it inside the clinic.
That seems correct.
Yeah, that's about 500 horsepower, so you're up there.
I mean, my vehicle's not really upgraded, dude. Like, all I put on there is an oil catch system, and I think the person before me lightly tuned it, like, to a stage 1 ECU mod, you know? What I want to do is upgrade the up pipe on mine. I only have like 46,000 miles on my car, So upgrading it still makes sense, but I'm kind of in a weird spot of economically because my entire industry evaporated. So that kind of is on pause. I was upgrading this car, right? And I was doing it smart. I'm like, okay, an oil catch can essentially is so that the oil doesn't get into the intercooler, right? It catches all of it inside that thing, and I empty it every so often. Great, right? Cool. Because what happens is over time, if you don't do that, the oil will spill out from your turbo and not get caught by this, and it'll spill into your intercooler, and it'll coat your intercooler, and eventually just fuck it. Because it's not properly just changing air to heat ratio. So instead, this thing catches it, and I emptied out. So that was the first install I did, and I did all that. The next thing I did was I upgraded the brakes to the Acker's, fuck, what is it?
Microchips.
Ackerman or some shit like that, like some like very, very well-known BMW brake upgrade. And slotted and rotored and drilled and upgraded the ceramic pads. My brakes are super dope, and that was like the next thing. And then all of a sudden I lost my job because of COVID. I was like, fuck. Because the last thing I wanted to do was do like a very light tune to a stage 2 with like a cold air intake and an up pipe and maybe a down pipe and call it. Be like, I'm good. You know? That would have brought me to like 400 horsepower, maybe 380 depending. 375, sorry, with the all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Get a dynoed if you were able to do it.
Yep. I think that guy that I raced in the Porsche honestly didn't know how to shift. He must have had a manual gearbox. It sucked because I was surprised. I was like, your power to weight ratio should smoke me hard right now.
Most guys that drive Porsches are wussies.
True.
They're like, oh, my car, it's too expensive, I can't drive.
Yeah, they didn't get it for driving it, driving it.
Yeah, they're really luxury vehicles.
Well, and the best part is that I like about the 3 Series of BMW is when you get the all-wheel drive, it is literally the perfect car to just roost in these mountains. And if I had a gearbox, I'd be a million times happier. Because I'm really, really good at, like, the first car that I owned when I got out of high school, not the first car I drove, but the first car I owned, was a car, like I had already grown up with my buddy in his CRX, and he kind of souped it up a little bit when we were kids and teenagers, driving around these mountains and just fucking around, getting high on blunts and just racing. So I got a CRX down in San Diego from a guy that worked for a company that specifically engineered race cars for like series that are like, okay, race series, and they're very specific. It's like you have to be within this year range and you have to fall within these specific technical specifications, but a lot of it was like B to A series license specifications. So he took a CRX, took the engine out of it, threw in a D16Y8, which is a 94 VTEC SI engine, in this little tiny 2-seater, through MFD ignition, cold air intake, fat skunk 2 exhaust, skunk 2 short shifter, like Apex VTEC controller built in with a turbo timer on it. Like the thing was, and a stage 4 racing clutch. That was the first car that I owned. It was on racing slicks. I, at the time, lived in Idlewild, California, and would race from Hemet, California, up to Idlewild, which is known as like one of the old school like race tracks of California that people know about underground racing from like the 70s and 80s and 90s, right? I would bomb up that thing. Once in a while, I'd get a person that would try and get quickie with me, and that's when I had the 911. That's the guy I smoked. I fucking just up that hill, and then I came back many years later with my STI and smoked him again. So that guy, like, what happened was we were in a passing lane, and I looked over and I recognized it, and I waved at him in my STI, and I rolled the window down, and he recognized me. He goes, what's up, dude? I'm like, let's do this, and we did it again. I smoked him again, but the CRX, like, honestly, I wasn't surprised, because the power to weight ratio on that vehicle was very scary, and most people that drove that car, literally the first thing they said is, this shit's gonna get you in trouble, you're gonna get arrested. Like, what the fuck, this car is faster than anything I've ever driven. And a CRX is just a little two-seater with nothing in it, and you throw that much power behind it, and suddenly it's just a rocket sled. The Stage 4 clutch, though, I will say that after that, I learned how to shift like a wizard, because that leaves zero room for, it was a Kevlar clutch. It leaves zero room for fuckery. Once you know how to downshift while braking, your whole life changes with pedals. And that's why I'm asking you about pedals, and that's why I'm also pointing out it's really hard to tell like how to make that type of really technical move without feeling the vehicle. Because my right foot would be on the brake and braking while I'm going downhill, and it would, like, while holding the brake, pivot and pop the gas while my left foot has the clutch down, and then I'd rev mash and lower the gear. And then I just shift my foot back over fully onto the brake while not, like, applying too much or too little pressure.
I'm gonna go pop out for a quick cigarette with Kim.
Without feeling the vehicle, like, G-force is pushing you forward or backwards to, like, really feel in that move. That's why I never figured I could learn how to play on, like, pedal shifters in a video game sim.
Yeah, without being able to feel the acid coming around and how much clutch kick to put in.
Exactly.
At the same time, it's just learning a different skill. Like, you just visually take it in and start to understand what the steering wheel is telling you with the force feedback sort of thing.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely a different skill than driving, and like a lot of the F1 drivers that do sim racing, they say it's a completely different skill.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. 100%.
But yeah, it's fun, and yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow if you want to join.
Tomorrow I will be hosting a event at my house, which probably will be played on my Instagram live page, where we are DJing and my buddy's making pozole. Every Saturday I host a thing where we have vinyl DJs at my house, including myself, and we play.
Very nice.
Yeah, we usually barbecue, but this time it's pozole. My homeboy wants to make pozole, and I'm like, dude, that's my favorite soup. The weather's turning, I'm down.
Very Halloween theme.
Yeah, right? We just need the human flesh instead of the pork, and we'll be good.
I was gonna say, you can do a little pretending.
Dress up in toga, dress up in Roman Catholic gear and be like, I'm ready for the ceremony!
That's a good way to get in trouble. I'll be right back.
Eunice waffles.
Oh yes, this is the way to move. Check out my legs. I love this. My movements are too alluring. Oh yes, this is the way to move. I love this. What are you looking at? Huh? Check out my legs.
Oh, well done, mate. Well done.
Right.
You're almost halfway.
My movements are too alluring.
What's masterful? Just masterful.
I was a champion dancer in my school. I love this. I was a champion dancer in my school. Check out my legs.
And the poop's trying to poop at you. Poop at it hard, poop at it hard, poop at it hard. The poop's trying to poop on you. Poop with it hard. Poop with it hard. Poop with it hard. Argov just wants to punch me in the dick.
Matt's character died.
Did it? So when he comes back, he's gonna cry?
No, it's a reoccurring thing with this character.
Oh, this character died like a bitch, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Your Miata race makes me sad, by the way.
Why do you say that?
Because Miatas are people that think, like, is the ultimate car from the 90s, and in actuality, it's a piece of shit. It's what lesbians drive. Sorry, lesbian couples drive.
50-50 weight distribution.
I know, dude. People think it's like, oh my god, amazing, and then I would smoke every single Miata I'd ever race in my CRX.
Yeah, it's not a straight line car.
No, on mountain courses, dude. The CRX is like front wheel drive, weighs less than any other car in its class. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you that stock versus that, it's not going to do anything. And yeah,
No. I also owned stock CRX SIs later in my life. I raced Miatas and still smoked them with a gearbox. But I also know how to drive up fucking mountain roads, and some people are just idiots, so it could have been that.
I'm back.
When they add the CRX to the Mazda series, I'll let you know. Your character died, Matt.
Yes, I see. Ed finally died.
Bitch.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I wanted him to go out like better than he would have in a random mission. He died dying. He died dancing.
No. He died like a bitch.
He died.
Permadeath?
That I believe that's permadeath.
Oh, Ed down.
Yeah, no, Ed down. He died. Look at he died with jazz hands.
Like a bitch.
Alone like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Oh, we're jazzing.
Mm-hmm. Now over to Joaquin, who I've already designated the new White Rabbit.
We will miss you, Ed.
You know what game I miss?
Yes.
Black and White.
Why'd it go dead? Bagley?
Unfortunately,
I mean,
your heart isn't the only thing that died.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyway,
Black and White 2 was way better, but still Black and... Well, I don't know, actually, I could agree and disagree with that. Like, some were more focused... One game was more focused on the pet, and the other one was more focused on the god powers.
Yeah, which one was the more beasty one? I think it was 2.
Which one was the more what?
That had more beast focus, like the pet focus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was 2, actually.
Yeah, it was
so
2.
I think I like 1 more, because the pet focus one was like, I don't want to sit here and fiddle with this thing. I want to be fucking God, bitch.
Yeah, I remember liking it and then getting bored with it after a while.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I have to train my pet. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not into Tamaguchi shit. I want to be God.
Well, this game's missing like deep data, like my guys who died and stuff. It's a bummer. Wanted to see like my memorial wall.
Find where he died, make a little shrine. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Nice.
Elliot noises intensify.
Gary's mod-embodied.
nice scene.
Open your rotten eyes. Yeah. Why, what one? No. I know, but... This is where the Kelly thugs brought Angel. Gives me the fucking chills.
Now, keep your chin up. We'll find him. There's a camera network that might have caught where they took him.
You should do a kickflip.
This game would be better if I could do a kickflip.
I'll do a kickflip on your mom.
That's not what we asked. And I already did that to your mom last night.
Shall we?
Preemptive burn.
Oh, I have something to contribute to your creature area, Matt. There you go.
Oh, Claire will be happy about that.
It's very me style shitposting. It'll be great.
Not here. Moving on. Cut the bullshit. I'll keep looking.
The fucking rat has vanished. Let's go.
Wow, that guy shrugged off a bullet to the face like a pro.
That little bitch Parker's gonna be here. And you're gonna miss him. You don't even love him. You hate him.
I hate all of you.
Equally, I hope.
No, I hate you more because you're special.
Aw, that's sweet of you to say, but everybody's gonna hate us for it. I'm gonna try and play some more now for some medieval
I've gone over
shitpostery.
the captured footage. I was able to follow Mr. Lopez down to the cellar. but then
Everyone
I
I've heard talk about that game are like, it's great, and I fucking hate it.
Yes! Precisely, my friend.
My oh my, deadbolt trumps technology. The door is sealed.
This guy at the
This
top
rubbish
is
chute might
more.
do.
Now his name is
It either leads to
Free
the
Me
cellar
from
or
Twitch
your
jail.
grisly death. Or both, I suppose.
Fucking great.
Oh, great animation there. My shoulder clipping through my clothes.
then. Come on out. I'm not gonna cut you. Thanks for the distraction. Gave me the second I needed to take care of this filth.
Jesus, you all right? Boss man was about to carve you up like a kebab, wasn't he?
He was. I'm fine. I just need a second to catch my breath and find my files.
Oh, wait. I recognise you. Caitlin Lau, the police inspector, yeah? We saw your vids. Wicked how you decided to tackle Mary Kelly on your own. Got me starstruck now.
It wasn't always on my own. Who the hell are... You're dead sick, aren't you? You tracked me to the slaughterhouse.
No, we were following our mate. He got taken from the EPC by the Kellys and ended up here. Hard to believe this is where all those missing people ended up. How they ended up.
Then I'm sorry. I don't think there's much hope for finding him alive. The Kellys have got a sick little operation going. A kind of human organ black market. I've been investigating them for months. And they got my fucking files. God, I feel like shit.
You should rest. Let me ring up my mates. One of them will come and get you out of this shithole. I'll go find Angel, and then I'll find your files, yeah? They seem important.
Everything I've gathered on Mary Kelly. Almost enough to take her down.
Shit. We should look into joining forces. Make an alliance of some sort. We want to take that bitch down too.
All right, an operative is on their way to escort Inspector Lau. So, let's find Angel and Inspector Lau's files.
I'll wait for your guy in here. And
There's no doubt about it. This whole operation is meant to harvest organs. Clan Kelly's chopping off the parts they want and burning the leftovers.
Only none of them were willing donors, were they? Mary Kelly's decided she's just taking what she wants. Fuck me.
Well done, you got the files. The inspector will be impressed. Now, let's find Angel before one of us loses their lunch.
Fucking hell, their faces were bashed in. Gotta do one of your facial reconstructions, Bags.
Take a picture and I can run
Bye bye.
details past various databases.
Shamelessly plug my Visit Dyslexic Kev on YouTube.
Of
Stream
course.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Clean stream.
Do it. We stream.
Later.
See.
Photograph? How do I photograph? Open the character wheel and access. Oh, I have a camera.
One sec. Mordau season is pretty intense. Oh! He got me.
Negative.
Clan Kelly's one of them. Most powerful groups in London. We have to stop them, which means stopping Mary Kelly herself.
Unfortunately, I must confirm that this is indeed Angel Lopez.
Shit. Angel. He knew the risks. I did too, but never thought DedSec would get caught up in this. Preying on
Ooh!
London's most vulnerable. She's a fucking monster. Taking her out needs to be a DedSec priority.
Now get out of here before someone decides to turn you into minced meat. Chop chop.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
DedSec, Caitlin Lau here. I wanted to thank you. I'd be nothing
Oh my
but
God.
an anatomy lesson by now.
Is Kim back,
Or
Minnie?
autopilot
That's
ashes.
crazy.
You'll be happy to know that Inspector Lau has been heard from Inspector Lau. We're ready for the briefing.
Oh, there's a cable probably at the corner.
Oh,
Yes,
that
I do.
son of a bitch!
You're a son of a bitch, Elliot.
This is great.
We're all laughed up. Oh. Good dodge, Minnie. I was about to hit you with the goddamn thing. I'm so sorry. My little puppy. Go back to Kim if you want. No food was brought home or anything, you wretch.
He's like, are you sure?
That was awesome. So,
What?
I was just doing 1v1 duels in Mordau. And the very last round, because like I kicked his ass a few rounds, and then he came back like a comeback kid, and he had one over me in the 3 out of 5, so he was 4 out of 5. And like in the final round, like we started fighting like normal, and then I just threw the sword down and like backed off, like holding my fucking arms up, like come on, let's do this. Listen, as he throws his sword down, and we 1-on-1, and we like have an amazing fight, and he finally wins the round. And I was like, that was good gaming right there. That was awesome. Doesn't feel like Tarkov getting punched in the dick. No, I got bong water in my goatee. No.
Oh yeah,
Means
that's terrible.
I have to shave it or shower or something. Ah! Gross. Matt, is there anyone on your stream?
I don't know.
Check.
Check. I have to like stop playing my game and open fucking Windows and shit.
Oh, well, I didn't know how on top of your shit you are. Sorry, bro.
Not on top of it at all.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna say, if they want to choose what I drink, whether I drink or not, they can have the choice. Give some audience
No, I mean like
interaction.
that. No, fucking no one's chatting or anything. Yeah, I don't appear to have any viewers.
so awesome that people in those duels are totally willing to drop their weapons to fisticuffs. I'm getting them to do it again and again. That was good.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covent, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stankovic, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you.
This is great, dude. I'm getting so good at fucking fisticuffs in this game.
Just beating fool, one after another.
It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh, give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Katie.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lapp.
There's a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location.
position of the suspect.
Security here is state of the art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
Search units disengage. This search is pointless.
The recording device is in a security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the fuck?
She's using these people as house servants against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
Oh, what a piece of shit. The guy, like, literally would fisticuff me until I was about to beat him, and then he got frustrated and took his shield and sword back up and started fighting me. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I dropped my shit. Like, you piece of shit, and then he kills me. And then, like, I have another cut round with him at the very end where it's, like, fisticuffs, and then he picks my shield up that I dropped. And I just quit the game the very last round. Like, go fuck yourself. Piece of shit. I told him that.
That's it.
Sounds like you won that fight.
No. I wouldn't use the word one.
Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
Shit. Well, at least you don't have a microchip in you. Bitch knew who she was dealing with. You'd never have bowed to her.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
After everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to your 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
You mug. I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to their venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, ma'am. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
It's that initiative I'm smelling, Peter. Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one.
Gross.